All right. See, now that's the moon right there. Let's do this before the landscapers come and make a whole shitload of noise. Um, that's the moon. Can you see that? Do you see that? Yeah, that's the day moon right there. And there's the sun. If you see that, there you go. Okay. All right. Stand by for a minute. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here. Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's 10/3/23. That was the day moon and the sun. Okay, you see them both right at the same time. That's not possible on a globe spinning in this infinite speed in space. The only way you could see the moon and the sun at the same time is if they were enclosed. Okay? Now remember, the moon is self-illuminant. That's right. It illuminates itself. The sun, we're not really sure. Plasma, possibly. Heat generating something, but I think heat comes from all over the area, to be honest with you. But hold on 1 second. Let's focus in on the moon, because I took that video last night. And what I love about the moon is that if that was 238,000 miles away, okay, and it's being lit by the sun that's 99 million miles away, how is that possible that we could even see it in the blackness of space? And where are the stars in all these NASA photographs? Where are they? Where are they? I guess they didn't have a resolution back in 1969, right? But what about 2023? High definition cameras. We all have them. Hell, we have them on our phone. My camera on my phone is better than any camera out there. I think mine's 10 megapixels. Now they must be up to like 22 or 30. I don't know. The memory now is up to terabytes now on some of these phones too. Okay. All right. More power than Apollo 11 had in its entire shuttle. Not shuttle. Little. I'm going to call it a tin can, actually, because that's basically what it is. All right. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Now look. Be reasonable. You see these pictures, okay, of a solar system flying, a galaxy flying through space. And if you're telling me that that's possible on this magical little land that people think they live on because they were brought up with it, and I was brought up with it too, so I can't get angry. I went through the same thing of this magical, mysterious Walt Disney World land, when really, in reality, all we are is just a flat Earth covered with a dome. And that's all it is. It's very simple. No mathematics, no trigonometry. Easy. Simple. Stars, space, gone. Hey, this is what we live on. Hold on 1 second. All right. It's that simple. Okay. Imagine just picture, going back to 1955. Somewhere in the middle, right there, early 60s, when they finally figured out the best and brightest scientists, scientism, finally figured out that we live on a flat land and covered with a dome. And they saw the sun and the moon for the first time in a totally different aspect, where they thought it was revolving around us and all this infinite space and all this other nonsense they learned when they were a child. When they finally figured out that we live and we're covered with a dome and a flat land, what do you think they did? It must have been kids in a toy house. You know what I mean? The first thing would have popped up into my head is like, to just fucking shoot the moon. Shoot it! Shoot it, do something, you know. So that's what they probably did. They probably tried to shoot some shit up to the fucking moon and see that it's not a tangible object. You can't land anything on it. It went right through it, I guess. What would it do? I guess go through it and into the dome. I used to think that the sun and the moon might have been inside maybe the dome, but that doesn't seem that way to me now. I'm looking at it in a totally different aspect. I'm looking at it in a term of, this is almost like a holographic image in a way, but possibly a plasma. It's difficult. You see, none of us know. All we do know, it's not a magical Walt Disney World land of being in space, because none of that exists. So if it's inside the dome here, something's reflecting it, or something, Could it be from the North Pole? That could make sense. That could make very good sense. I'm going to have to skip this call. Every time I get into a nice talk, and all of a sudden I get a fucking phone call. I should get another camera. I really should. Anyway, so kids in a toy store, and then that's really what they now what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to figure out how high the dome is, because if they're going to create NASA, they're going to have to understand they're going to have to turn that rocket at some point. So they figured it out. They figured it out probably 100 miles, couple of 100 miles, more or less, who knows? All we know is that turns, and every single rocket will always turn no matter what. Just like the 5-year-old child when he was looking at the rocket going up. She said to herself, "Is that right?" You tell her, "No, it's not. It should be going straight up." Don't tell me you try to catch up with the spin of Earth. That's bullshit. Horse shit. Give me the mathematical computation for that. Okay? It's nonsense. Oh, man. I don't know. Just wanted to touch base with everybody and see how everybody's doing. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.